So I'm used to it now. I like the name. It was a shock. भारी सी पलकें भीगे से सपने. You get depressed. You people come, but they leave. Also, I agree with you. घर से चली पहुंची कहीं मैं दूर 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 दूर.
Welcome to At Work on Connected to India. I'm absolutely delighted to welcome the OG Lamborghini girl, Ragini Tandan, to this episode of At Work. Ragini, welcome to At Work.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
It's great to see you. So tell me, do you often get referred to as the Lamborghini girl?
All the time. There is absolutely no time when I've not been called that. So I'm used to it now. I like the name. I will own a Lamborghini soon.
I hope you make enough money that you get a Lamborghini soon. And by the way, and of course you don't mind it. It's a great. I mean, you did so well with your debut number, right? That was your debut. Was that your debut?
No, it was my second song. I had one more song right before that called Nahi Jana. Nahi jana meri maaye, main dinal nahi jana. Also a folk tune. But that I mean, for at that time it did very well for a new artist. It was called Nahi Jana, and Lamborghini was my. That's how the Lamborghini boys found me through that song. So yeah, this was my second one.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that. How did that song happen? But before that, how do you yourself? How do you describe yourself as an artist?
Me, I'm actually very, very different from what the Lamborghini stereotype is. The folk vibe of the kind of music that is made in the folk zone today. I'm offered a lot of these folk songs, but for me, my music, I'm a classically trained singer, and I am a very soul artist. When I sit down to make my music, there's a lot of soul and there's a lot of sadness, unfortunately. But I love that kind of zone. So I think I'm a sit down artist, and I love it when the audience is there to listen to what I'm singing and not just, dancing to a Lamborghini. They're there to sit down, listen to what I'm doing and enjoy it.
Yeah, I definitely want to explore the kind of music you make. Why do you make that music, etc. I'm sure from your opening sentences, I can make out that there is a lot of thought which goes into every single thing. But I'm going to dial back and talk to you about the Honey Singh episode which happened. And what was that?
So it was so Honey Singh's, of course, his comeback is has been huge. A friend of mine sent
Not
me
with a
the
great song though.
yeah, but yeah, I mean, like for his audience, it works. I mean, it's the kind of audience that you are looking for, and his audience is already there. It works for him. But yeah, so a friend of mine sent me this interview where he's mentioned Lamborghini, and this struggle's been real in my life, like trying to connect the song to my face because I was not in the video, and there was no full name credit that was given. So there are 100,000 Raginis in the world. How to find me? So I just thought, it's a funny way. There was no plan to reach out to Honey Singh that way, but I just decided to do a funny reel, and I think within like hours it went viral. I had about 2-3 million views on Instagram immediately after it started pushing off the reel, and it went mad. I was just like there was that 1 month of that Honey Singh reel going out and people reaching out to me. My Instagram was constantly exploding. It's just his fan base is so beautiful. They're so supportive to an artist. Like they're, of course, they're looking for a Honey Singh vibe, but they're still going to my content and listening to the songs that I make. And the fact that I've sung Lamborghini was such a pleasant surprise for them, thankfully. And it was very fun. So it was just made that reel. I didn't plan to for Honey Singh to see it, but he did. And as an artist, I think it was very, very nice of him to come ahead and comment on the reel and apologize for not knowing me or and the audience not knowing and saying that it's the industry's fault and not yours. Don't worry about it. It was very very nice, and I got to connect with him also. So it's been very nice.
That's fantastic. I think the timing of this engagement was perfect because that Netflix show on him released, which
Yeah,
was basically a PR job for Honey Singh.
yeah,
And for him to have found an artist like yourself, it was, I think, a great job. Yeah, I'm really glad that you had a great interaction,
yeah.
in that sense. So when Lamborghini happened, I'm going to stay back on this song for a little bit more. This was way back, right? About 5, 6 years back.
7 years now. Yeah, six and a half,
7 years
7 years.
back.
Yeah.
7 years back. So how did the whole fame thing, pan out? You said that because your full name was not mentioned and so on. What was the immediate reaction? How did it? What did it feel like?
So initially, I had absolutely no idea how big an impact the song was making back here. I was in London. I was doing my masters when the song was exploding. Um, I came back when the song had. I just reached back when the song had hit 100 million, and I couldn't. There was a thing that we used to celebrate a lot of these millions in London. But then there was a time when I was like, "Yeah, guys, we need to stop because this is going to keep going otherwise." But when I came back, I realized when Ranveer Singh and Jacqueline Fernandez and Alia Bhatt and all of these stars, were mentioning Lamborghini in their stories, in their interviews. What's your current favorite song? Alia Bhatt had said Lamborghini, and it was a bit unbelievable. But I tried my best at that time because I was already about 11 months late to you know uh, claim
To the
the song.
explosion of Lamborghini.
Yes. So to claim it, I was extremely late for it. I did my bit of whatever I could, but this connection never sat down with the audience. With the full name being a specific problem, because when you're actually looking at all of these, interviews and all that, I was barely there because I was in London. So, so this connect never happened for me. Um, and Lamborghini was a song that after which I actually decided to pursue this as a career. Before that, I had not thought about it, but I've been learning since I was 3, 4 years old. Um, but is this song really pushed me here? If not now, then when? You have 100 million song at that time, and you're not, not doing it. It's not right. But then I started getting approached by a few labels and music composers and producers, and that made me take that step to come to Bombay, meet all of these people, and figure out collaborations that I could do. So the fame of Lamborghini that you're saying, it never reached me to that extent, you know. So it didn't make me that famous because nobody could find me. In simple words, nobody could find who the singer is. So the connection was the singer is the girl in the video, who was the model actually. So yeah, it never reached me. So I've never had that trouble of fighting the fame. But when I started performing live, that's when I realized how lovely it is when the audience is singing back to you with your own song. Like you're sitting there, you're saying one word, and the whole crowd goes and sings the entire line to you. It's amazing. Yeah,
Yes, absolutely. Uh, but in 2019, Neha Kakkar sang that song for this film called Jai Mummy Di, right? Jai Mummy Di.
yeah, yeah,
And they were different lyrics, but still Lamborghini.
yeah.
So did you feel a bit upset that the natural choice of that singer could have been you, but it was Neha? What did you feel?
See, I'll
Honestly.
I'll tell you honestly. Like first 5 minutes when I got to know about it, it was a shock because that famous a song and that the recognition of my voice for that song was the core of it. Not getting that was a bummer, a big bummer. But then I think as an indie artist, you learn to realize that you can't stick to these kind of things for very long. It's you have to make the problem that big to start crying over it for a long, long period of time. So I'm really, really happy and enjoying the fact that the song is in a film, and I didn't have to do anything. There were so many people talking about the fact that I should have sung it. But then you have to understand that a label like T Series or any other label in the industry has to promote their own artists. That's why they have signed them. And if Neha has sung it and the song is T Series, released by T Series, ultimately they will make Neha sing it. Whether the song hit 1,000 million or whatever, it doesn't matter in the original one. So I moved on very fast. It's really okay. Everybody's still thinking the original is me, and that's the better version. So it's all good. I don't think
It
about
is
it much.
definitely a better version, and I also want to give this shout out that the original Your Lamborghini has got 560 million views. It's on a on a YouTube channel which has a 46 million subscriber base,
Yeah,
whereas T series with 286 million sub base, that video is at 150, 160 million or something.
yeah, yeah.
So the original Lamborghini. I hope T Series won't ban me from interviewing any of their artists, but that's
No.
the reality, And I really hope that's wrong. But I mean, life happens, and I'm sure bigger and better chances will come to you. Talking of these kind of numbers which I've thrown at you, Ragini, do you think your social media popularity reflects the kind of numbers we are talking about right now? Though you have told that story a bit that you did not get discovered, people did not connect directly with you, so therefore the social media popularity is lagging. But do you feel a bit of a remorse around that?
Initially, I did. It's a spiral, right? Social media is a spiral, and the number of followers that you have. I mean, you get depressed. You people come, but they leave also fairly quickly. The fact that social media is I feel it's like a bridge to your audience, right? So I do feel upset, but I also feel like there are the followers that I have are actually going to be my cult audience ultimately, because they came for Lamborghini, they stayed, they heard the other stuff that I make, they liked that, and that's why they stayed. So, so they're not waiting for another Lamborghini; they're waiting for the next Ragini Tandan original, and that's what is important to me. And I think this number will ultimately keep growing or reducing. It's a thing, when Honey Singh thing went viral, I got so many followers on Instagram and on my YouTube and all of that. But after like 3 months of that, it started falling as well. So, but I know the fact that the 30,000 people who stayed are actually waiting for my content, are not just there for the fun of it. So social media that way is a spiral, and I don't like going down in it. It can make you depressed. It can make you feel really, really bad. But for an artist, for an independent artist, I would like to say to all of them, it's just you should not focus on it so much.
It's an interesting point you've made, Ragini, because now one is beginning to hear a lot of banter around an artist ought to have a social media following for him or her to be given roles even in films.
Yeah.
How do you see this? Where the precedence should be your inherent talent, whether you can sing well or act well and emote well, ought to be the criteria on which you get selected for a film or a drama series. But social media popularity has been layered as an important feature. What do you think about? What are your views on this topic?
I firmly believe that the fact that people are not able to discover talents, and they just choose people on the basis of their social media following is extremely sad. I have gone through it. I've gone through it multiple times, because for the longest time I had about 12,000 followers, and it was very difficult because even the labels and other artists are also looking for people who have more followers, so that they're able to promote their song, or the song reaches the number of people they want it to. I really, really feel I wish there was a way to filter out this talent and social media game. It's very important that you have the talent. Having followers doesn't mean you have talent, and vice versa, right? You can have the talent, but you don't have the followers. So I really wish there was a way to do that. And but I also feel like, honestly, if an artist who's not that talented but has managed to gain all that following, maybe he deserves it. It's not easy to get a person to your profile, make them follow you, watch your content, interact with you. All of these things on social media are a big struggle for anybody. And I think if they've managed that organically, I think they deserve to be where they are, whether it's a film or it's a song.
Can you share the instance without giving some specific names where you have yourself suffered? Was it for an acting role, or was it? Do you act as well, Ragini? I did not ask you that.
I act in my own songs, but not in a big commercial, not yet at least. But let's see what the
Not
future
as
holds.
much as Shiv is doing.
Yeah, Shiv is a full-fledged actor.
Yeah, for our viewers, I do want to say that Ragini Tandan is the younger sister of Shiv Tandan, who is a playwright, songwriter, actor, model, and his work actually was presented in Singapore, Fistful of Rupees, and extremely talented brother of Ragini Tandan. So yes, you were telling me.
I agree with you. Super talented. Before lockdown, I had made a song with these fellow artists because Lamborghini had just become super viral, and so we sat around and we made this beautiful song that was organically my idea of the zone of that song. The lyrics, what the lyrics said, was all my idea, and we made that song together. I had recorded it, but very recently, I believe I saw, actually, I heard, and it was released by a label sung by another artist. So so all of this keeps happening, and it's honestly, I just feel like it's a great song, and I'm very happy that it's out there in the world. But
Has it done
again,
well?
I'm not sure. I have not checked post that, but I really think that because the song was as good as it was, I really loved it. I'm glad it's out there, even if it's not in my voice. As long as good music is being made and is reaching people through whatever artist, it's okay. It doesn't affect me. I'm happy to hear the song, and I'm happy that it's out there.
That's great, Ragini. I'm going to dial back a bit and ask you some questions about your music. Okay, I want to explore that, of course. First is you're originally from Karnal. How did the girl from Karnal land in Tinseltown?
Ambala.
Ambala, nearby.
Yes, very near, very close.
Agla station.
ये होता है काफी. A lot of my like friends here also land up calling
Yeah,
me a Karnal girl.
yeah. From Delhi to Chandigarh, either you stop at Ambala for parathas or you stop at Karnal.
Yes, बिल्कुल.
Yeah,
वो हमारा है ना ढाबा वहाँ पे, पूरन सिंह का ढाबा, वहाँ रुकते हैं
correct,
सारे.
correct.
Ambala to Bombay has been a fun journey for me. I've been all over the place, but mostly all of it was around music for me. When I moved from Ambala, I moved for school and I wanted to do arts. I went into an art stream in Delhi Public School, but I happened to focus on music completely in DPS. I was the secretary of the music club, and I was
Which
learning
DPS was this, Ragini?
Mathura Road. So, I mean, पढ़ाई was हो रही थी, but music पे बहुत ज़्यादा focus था. I was learning
I have a
also.
feeling you're being humble because I know Shiv is quite the studious, though he did his engineering, never did a day of engineering. I'm sure your story is similar. As
I'm not.
studious,
I
as
will tell you.
पढ़ाकू,
एक घर में एक ही स्मार्ट बच्चा निकलता है, वो शिव है.
आपके
मैं
घर में दो निकले हैं.
मैं average I've been an 80 percenter, and I never aimed to get more. Honestly, पढ़ाई was never my forte. um, but yeah, I did well for myself. Delhi University also. Before that, I went to Pune for. That was a very interesting year of my life. I stayed in Pune in this college called Flame. It's a liberal arts college, and I will ignore everything else that happened there. But I learnt under Shubha Mudgalji for 3 months in that college, and it was just a dream come true because she's also another artist that I've been following since I was very young. So it was wonderful. And then again, I came back to Delhi University on the basis of music. I got through for the subject that I wanted to study through music. So everything around my life, like, music keeps pulling me back to itself. Whether it's college, I do go, I study, but most of it is for the fact that so that I can go and sing for 6 hours later. So it's been like that for me most of my life.
Okay, I don't know if the framing of this question is going to sound a bit esoteric to you, but I want to ask you, why do you make the music you make? And um, tell me, what do some of these tracks mean to you?
So, like I was saying, like most of my music is very situation based. When I sit down to make something that's going to be an original in the future, or whatever, whenever it comes, it happens to gain a form for itself. It's mostly what I'm going through at that point of time. It's even the lyrics, like when Shiv writes for me or if any other lyricist is writing for me, there's always a discussion, like, we sit down and there's a whole just a breakdown of what happened in the day and what am I going through. This is what I discussed with mom today. And then ultimately, you get down to jamming with the artists you're sitting with. And it's that emotional experience that you're going through at that time is what actually comes out as a song for me. When I'm when this happens, the lyrics automatically come out because the lyricist is actually hearing you say these things, and then he's able to develop it into a beautiful song, as Shiv has done for so many of my songs. So I think this is a very important journey in an indie artist's life, because this is not the commercial side of it. This is the artistic vibe of what we make when we sit down to create a song. So a lot of my songs have these. So when, for example, there's a song called Noor that I released last year in July, I think, and that song was made right after I heard this Coke Studio Pakistan song. Abida Parveen ji released this song called Tu Jhoom. So at that time when I heard that, the only thing going on in my mind was how, there's a question that Abida Parveen ji is saying ki sab kuch bhool ke bas tu jhoom. Don't think about your enemy, don't think about what's going on in your life, just be happy and enjoy and everything will fall back in place. But how? It's a question of how you do it, and how will you just forget about the struggle that you're in, or the problem or the fight you just had today. How do you forget about it and just not think? It's a very tough situation to be in. And when I was hearing that, I was in a low phase of my life. I was also feeling uh, I was feeling nervous of where my life is going. I was thinking of is this the right path to take? Am I going on the wrong road? Is this not going to give me anything? And then Tujhum comes, and then we're just sitting around and talking, and that's how the lyrics of Noor happened. And the composition is also very very similar to Tujhum. But I have given an answer to Abida Parveen ji in the Antara. There's a line there, इतना बता ओ आबिदा कैसे मैं जाऊं झूम झूम झूम. So ये अंतरे में we tried to incorporate what we were feeling at that time. So all of this is like an emotional spiritual experience that we actually go through, and a lot of it talks about the experiences that we are having at that minute, or something that we've experienced a little before.
So, Ragini, tell me about the live show. When do we get to see that?
So I'm right now in the works of the live show that I'm planning. It's going to be a theatrical representation in April, and the first show is going to be a full original set of the songs that I have made till date, and it's going to be in April. And I'm super excited because Shiv is directing it, another project we are collaborating on. And it would be really nice if you could give a shout out, and all the people who are watching this could send in their email IDs so that I can plan a tour in all the cities that they are from, so that I can reach out to all the fans that are wanting to give this.
100%. You will get all the support we guys can give you, and good luck for that. Okay, have you given us a peek on what's about to come? Tell us, what do we see from Ragini Tandan in the coming months or weeks?
Yes, so a new song that will release in March is called Sambhalne Ko. And it's also an extremely special song for me in my life because so the song talks about how a girl or a lady who's trying to achieve her goals is actually pulled back into settling down into the demon of marriage. Keep nahi, you should get married first, settle down first, baki sab will work out, hota rahega, calm will keep happening. So this is something that's very very important to me because there is so much talent out there, and because of the demon of settling down, a lot of girls are not able to achieve their goals or reach their goals. So this is what we were discussing. This song is also written by Shiv, and this discussion continuously happens in my house as well. It's time to get married. You should get married, although there's no pressure. But this it's an ongoing thing. So Sambhalne Ko is that topic, and um, that feeling of trying wanting to achieve something before taking this huge step of settling down. So उसमें एक अंतरे की lyrics मैं आपको थोड़ी सी सुनाऊं.
बिल्कुल.
So the अंतरा says, भारी सी पलकें भीगे से सपने, अरसों से ये ही तो मेरे थे अपने, कैसे कह दूं इन्हें बदलने को. So this is my favorite line that
It's beautiful.
and yeah, it's Shiv's done a really really good job. So it goes like, भारी सी पलके भीगे से सपने, अरसों से ये ही तो मेरे थे अपने, कैसे कह दूं इन्हें बदलने को. Just a little sneak peek.
Wow, beautiful. It's
Thank
just
you.
gorgeous, Ragini. It's so, and very well written, of course.
Yes,
Um,
definitely. Kudos to Shiv.
talking of talking of uh, I've spent time with you and Shiv, and I've seen you together. So the question of sibling rivalry doesn't come. In fact, I see a lot of adoration and respect. Adoration from him for you, and respect from you for him. How do you collaborate? Do you like, how much time do you spend together as artists, and how
Wow.
do you collaborate?
I think we are collaborating on almost everything we do. When it comes to my music or his theater background that he writes and directs, I think we complete each other as siblings. Everything that he thinks he will not be able to handle or wants to um, outsource is where I come in, because there are two, three things that I know that I can do better than he can. And then I have things like, writing lyrics or shooting a video where he comes in. So it's been quite amazing because for most of our lives, Shiv left super early. He left for school and college and he moved to Singapore. Most of our lives, we barely knew each other. We phone calls don't tell you that what kind of person this person is. And he was in Singapore for most of my conscious adult life, till I was, what, he came back when I was 24, 23. So it was a very very pleasant change in my life when he decided to move back to India, and it's been really lovely since then. Like, we fight, of course we fight, but we do respect each other and our opinions, and each other's opinions, and we try to understand of what the other person is saying, because that's super important if we want to collaborate. And yeah, that's how it's been, and we've achieved quite a bit together, and we love it.
Yeah, yeah.
I hope he
That's
says the
very.
same.
I have to have a session with him, and I'm gonna quiz him. And I have a feeling, I've seen you guys together. I'm sure he'll say the same. Talking of, again, Something which Shiv did recently, and I would like to. There is a context why I'm asking this. How Duro Duro, his collaboration with Paresh Pahuja has done really well.
Yes, yes.
And he was in Spotify as one of the top artists and so on. Have you seen Bandish Bandit
I have.
2?
Yes, I have. I have.
Yeah. What do you think as a trained classical singer? Uh, Series like Bandish Bandit. Normally, season twos are not very good. Bandish Bandit 2 season was fantastic. And for me, Mahi, Paresh Pahuja was a brilliant discovery. He was fantastic. Do you think these sort of drama series will push the growth of Indian classical singing in India? Indian
Yes.
classical singing has become very cool suddenly, you know?
Yeah, it has. It has. And I think Bandish Bandits is playing a big, big role in that. I also think that Bandish is actually promoting live singing, in terms of what your pre-recorded stuff is being used for live shows and all that. So yes, Bandish Bandits is a show that I really, really love. And you're right, Paresh, a very, very dear friend, but he's just not as a friend but as an admirer. I'm saying he's done a great, great job in the show. And definitely a show like Bandish is going to make classical music, or just knowing your basics, knowing what you learn, why it's important to learn a little bit of basics before you get into a particular profession, not just music, is very, very important. So I think Bandish is going to do that thing, and I think you know about it. We have another show called Music Bandar that we're going to make this year, and we want to promote live singing and let people know how important and uh, awesome live singing can be. The experience of hearing someone sing live right in front of you can be completely different than somebody who's just enacting it out on stage. Can I give you an example? So I went to this spoken fest very recently, and we happened to be there when Shankar Mahadevan came to give a little talk. And as the audiences, we asked him to sing something for us, and he went ahead and did Breathless twice without a break. And and I was sitting there with Shiv, and I had goosebumps. It was just out of this world, just listening to him sitting there without even no processing on the voice, no auto tune going on, no there was only one piano and Shankar Mahadevan and his mic. It was out of the world. So I also feel like there'll be a time when the audience will realize that that singing live is going to be much more special to them in the coming future, because not everybody can do it, because not everyone will be able to do it. Yeah.
I couldn't agree with you more. This sort of connects me to a point that how now television channels for music reality shows are using software and technology to enhance the sound quality of the contestants who are singing in live shows, you know. And like it or not, music, art, and genuine talent has become democratic like never before. Okay, that's why you saw there was a big fight which happened in the Desi hip hop scene with between MTV Hustle and some of the Indian rappers. Who won? The rappers.
Yeah.
MTV with all its might tried to give 50 strikes to Karyappa, but they are the one who had to bog down. So I totally agree with you on this point. In fact, like the kind of argument you've given, people would like to actually sit in front of an artist and hear and see whether this person has genuine talent or
Yeah.
has used auto tunes and things like that to bring it up.
Yeah.
Now, what a fantastic discussion, Ragini. I'm wishing you good luck for your upcoming songs and all is it that you're pursuing in life. But before I let you go, I want to hear Noor from you. That should be our closing song.
All right. घर से चली पहुंची कहीं मैं दूर 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 दूर, दुनिया ने भी की संग दिली, दिल चूर 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 चूर, जो चाह था कर पाई ना, अब आई ना मैं घूर घूर घूर, खुद से खफा हूँ के खुदा मैं खो चुकी हूँ रोह रोह रू दे भेज कोई आसरा दिखा दे कोई रास्ता हो नूर 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 हो नूर 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 नूर. Yep.
Fantastic. That is what genuine talent looks like. बटन दबाया और गाना चालू.
बिल्कुल. इतना तो आना चाहिए कि नहीं.
Fantastic catching up with you, Ragini, and good luck to you and hope to see you in Bombay soon.
Thank you so
And
much.
say a
Thank you
big
for
hello to
having
Shiv.
me. Definitely, for sure. See you soon. Thank you.
Truly enjoyed speaking to what I call the OG Lamborghini girl, Ragini Tandan. If you enjoyed the interview, please press the like button, share it ahead, and subscribe to Connected to India's YouTube channel and keep watching. Thank you very much.